Good evening, YouTubers. T Square with T Square Talk. I am just now getting everything ready for our members event for May. Every month we do our free silver, our membership event that we do every May. And this month we've got two awesome prizes. This was donated to us by Unknown. That is actually the username that he has, the Unknown. And he's donated a T1 and a T2. He said he wanted them to be done separately. He said he thought it would be a good idea to do them separately, as like a first person. Whoever's first choice has their choice, and second choice gets the other one. Conrad, been waiting. Yeah, I'm so sorry. So I actually was getting the wheel already prior. That way people weren't just kind of waiting around. So that's why the wheel, I was actually setting it up ahead of time. Last time I ended up doing it while we were actually online, but it was hard for me to keep up with all the comments, and so that's why I was like, this time I think I'm going to prepare it a little bit sooner. Instead, I'm just kind of touching up a couple things. I see we got 6 people in the room already watching, so thank you so much for stopping in. So I'll give you a little bit of a backstory on what happened yesterday. So I wanted to do this yesterday. We had some nice cool weather come in, and then ironically last night I was having chest pains, and I'm already dealing with one health issue with diabetes. And so here's the thing. You guys know me. I joke sometimes about eating peanut butter and jelly and top ramen at home. But what a lot of people don't know, and some of y'all do, if you've been following the channel for a while, you do know this. I trade with a lot of restaurants. So a lot of times I get the hookup on being able to go there and eat for free whatever I want from a lot of different places. However, I started having chest pains late last night and didn't really know what to do. I made a couple phone calls, and I was told, I should go to the emergency room. But me being me, didn't want to go because I'm stubborn as can be on certain things. And so I didn't end up going. I'm feeling a little better today, although it's still kind of, I don't know if it's like a back pain. Because yesterday some of the stuff I was working on, I had a lot of energy. I went to bed really early the day before because my diabetes was bad, and so I ended up going to bed early, and then ended up essentially getting a good night's sleep for once. And then when I started working, I was so ambitious yesterday, I might have overworked myself, and then I started having the chest pains, and now I'm saying, well, if I made it overnight from Friday night to Saturday night, then I guess I'm okay. However, I may end up going to the doctor's next week on Monday. I don't know. I'm still up in the air. I was actually talking to one of my friends today, and he's like, dude, my dad was having chest pains one day, and he's just like you. He didn't want to go, and he wouldn't go, and on and on and on. And then I said, oh, okay, so see, I'm not the only one then. I says, what happened to him? He goes, I came in and found him on the floor on Monday morning or a Sunday morning. And I was like, oh, my word. And so I was like, that ain't promising, bro. I don't want to hear that kind of nonsense, that stuff. So that is the deal with that. Just to give you guys a quick look at the wheel. This is the wheel of members right now. We have altogether, we have 98 people that's on the wheel. However, 3 of them, the memberships have gotten canceled for whatever reason. If one of them 3 should happen to win, it will fall back to the second and third prize people. If a member that is a obsessed fan, they're paying $9.99 for their membership. It is $9.99 for obsessed fans, $4.99 for super fans, and $1.99 for basic fans. However, last week, all 3 of the winners, it was either last week or the week before, all 3 of the winners were all basic fans. So there's no rhyme or reason. If a super fan or an obsessed fan happens to have both their names on the board, yes, they do win both. I had that question come up. Can someone win twice if they've got more than one entry? They can. only because they're paying more for that membership. I had someone else ask me, hey, can I buy a second membership at $1.99? And I said, technically, if you have another phone device, you could. I have no way of controlling that. That goes through YouTube. If your wife has an account, I mean, she can do it, whatever. That doesn't bother me how that plays out. It is, I mean, in some families, there are more than one person that may watch the channel. I can tell you from experience, me and my son, we both order silver. We both purchase stuff. We both watch similar stuff. And that's it, so with that being said, if there's any questions, you can put them in the comments. I'm going to jump over and I'm going to check the comments here in just a minute. I'm trying to get everything all set up. If I can, let's see here. I got to figure out how to do this again. Taking a quick look at the comments. So we did have someone, and that's another thing. That brings up another thing. If you do want to get in on this, you can join right now. So Actor Man, who just became a fan, I will put your name on the wheel. And it's worth becoming a member, especially because we're going to do it right now. There's 2 prizes. There's under 90 people on the wheel. So I think for $2 membership, I think it's worth it. It's a lot of fun. A lot of people enjoy them. We did 3 giveaways last, like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, where we gave away 2 Morgans, 2 silver quarters, 2 silver dimes, and a silver eagle. This week we're giving away a T1 and a T2. First place has their pick of which one they want. Second place gets the other one. A couple weeks before that, we did the spider, where we gave away a certified spider. I have been known to work with the winner. So if the winner, for some reason, says, oh, I wish I had the Trump coin instead, or I wish I had that instead, I do work with people. And I'll be honest, these 2 coins have been sitting on my desk for a couple days. And I had a couple people ask me, oh, I want them. What do you want for them? And I was like, I can't, dude. They were donated. They're for the giveaway. I said, become a member and maybe you can win it. So that's pretty cool on that note. Taking a quick look before we get started all the way into this. We got Conrad in the room. How's it going? We got Sabrina in the room. How's it going? Hope you're having a great night. Hit that like button. Definitely, if everybody can hit that like button. If anybody's not a member and they want to become a member, you have time right now. And if you just like, oh, I want to get in and you don't know how to become a member and you know how to do a super chat, if anybody does a $1.99 super chat, I'll count it as a membership for tonight's event only. So it won't be, but there's most likely not going to be another event this month, but there may be, who knows. But that will put you in at least for now. Taking a look, hit the like button, please. What is up, Dick? How's it going? Hope you're having a great night. Goldsmith. Art by Bowl, how's it going? Hope you're having a great night. I actually been following you too. I subscribed to your channel not too long ago. Let's see. What is up, T? Just watching Megamind with the kiddos. Awesome. I like those shows where it kind of challenges to mind challenges. Chris's Concert Corner, how's it going? Hope you're having a great night. Are all your giveaways for members? No. We do regular giveaways, and every month we're required by YouTube to give away something, because that's how I set my account up. I set it up, the membership, saying that we would do at bare minimum 1 members only giveaway, a minimum of 1 members only giveaway every month. Do we do more than 1? A lot of times we do. However, I will say the any subscriber giveaway, usually you're required to post a comment on a video. That comment request is usually kind of halfway through the video or at the end of the video, where it says, hey, if you enjoyed today's video, hit the thumbs up and leave a comment. And if you do leave a comment, we're going to randomly pick a comment to win something. It's kind of hidden. I don't just advertise it as a giveaway video. Some people catch it, some people don't. However, members, if you're a member, you're involved in every event that we do. You will get entered, whether you catch it or not, whether you're here, whether you're not. You don't have to be present. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of perks for being a member. And for $1.99, I had someone tell me one time, I guess the person was a member for like a year and hadn't won. But the thing I want people to understand is at $1.99 for even 12 months, you're in for basically $25 to the channel. You're still not really down, essentially. If you hit an ounce of silver anywhere in, I think, 18, 19 months, you're pretty much breaking even. So 19 months of being a member, then if you haven't hit one, then you can say, I still haven't hit one, and it's been over 19 months. However, I don't know if I've had memberships for quite 19 months. I know we broke the year. I don't know if we haven't broken 2 years yet. In fact, I think August will make 2 years. So 19 months. So we might be coming on 19 months for a couple people. But let's see. What is up, Jim? How's it going? Hope you're having a great day. Please go to the hospital. Chest pains are no joke. Absolutely. I'm probably not going to go to the hospital. I'm going to go see my doctor on Monday and just tell him what happened. And somebody told me, and I don't know if this is true, that they will know if you had a heart attack. Even though it's Monday morning, somebody said they're going to be able to run some tests, and they're going to know if you had a heart attack. And if you did, that ain't no joke. But I'm already starting to try to change my ways. Although I slipped up today and had half a pizza. Although it was a thin crust vegetable pizza. And it wasn't as good as a... I'm kind of funny because I'm buddies with someone that works for a pizza place. I'm like, I want you to grease that pan real good. I want you to pound the pepperoni on it. I want you to pour that liquid butter around the edge and hit it really good with garlic. Load the cheese, triple the pepperoni. And he's like, that's going to be pretty greasy. I said, the greasier the better. But I didn't say that today. Today, he's like, what? Vegetables? Thin crust? Huh? And I said, yeah. And I told him what happened. So... what is up, Reluctant Stacker? How's it going? Hope you're having a great night. What is up, BJ? Hope you're having a great night. John Wilkos. Wilcuss. How's it going? Hope you're having a great night. Actor Man. I hope I made it in. You made it in. You made it in. I'm going to put you down. I haven't put you on yet because I haven't jumped over to the wheel, but I got you down as to make sure I put you in. Let's see what I miss. You haven't missed nothing yet. We're just getting started. Good evening from Royce City. Awesome. Thank you so much, GE Tex. GE Tex, he was the one that won the Spider a couple weeks ago, or 3-4 weeks ago. Let's see, Actorman Square. Please take care of yourself. I know. I need to. It's hard. It's hard because, what do you eat? What do you take? That's what I was telling someone. I said, what can I, because I've got one buddy, he's a foreigner. He's actually Middle Eastern, and he's trying to help me with the eating habits. And he's got me eating barley. Yesterday, I ate barley all day. Barley with ginger, summer squash, zucchini, onions, garlic, and ginger. And barley in a slow cooker. And it was good. It was really good, but I was like, dude, it's not as good as like a big old steak. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if steak, I was reading, because I did have a big steak yesterday, because I was cleaning out my fridge, and I had like 1.25 pound steak, and I was like, I'm going to cook that and eat that for lunch. That could have been, so actually my days are a little mixed up. That happened on Friday, so Thursday was the day that I did the barley. Needless to say, someone said that, eating big steak could cause problems. You shouldn't eat that much red meat, the fat. And of course, I might give my dogs a couple little pieces, but they don't get the fat. I love the fat, which I know is probably unhealthy. Would you be able to give you a $5 super chat for an extra spot? Yes, you can, because you're a super fan. So if you do a $5 super chat, fill up, it will upgrade you to an obsessed fan, is what that would happen. And the same thing would go for anybody, really. But some of y'all just need to do a $2.99 super chat because you're a $1.99 member. So if I add a $2.99 super chat, it would take you up to a super fan for the day. Scrolling through, and I'm going to follow up on all these here in a minute when I get caught up. We got Jimmy. How's it going, Jimmy? Hope you're having a great one. Haven't seen you in a little while. Gardener Earth guy. Awesome. I love gardening. I've done a lot of gardening. I didn't grow one this year. I regret that, especially now because they want me to eat more vegetables. And I'm like, dude, I don't like vegetables. I said, can I put like vegetables like smothered in like Velveeta or something? And he's like, not really. You shouldn't be eating the Velveeta and stuff either. It doesn't matter if you say I can get an extra. I know you can. I gotcha. And actually, you'd already put it in anyway. Let's see here. Phone test for enzyme only released during heart attack. Oh, whoa. Teparone test for enzyme only released during heart attacks. I don't know how long it stays present. Oh. So, if those items, I'm guessing, are in your system, it will show up in your blood work. Okay, that's good to know then. And then somebody else said it could be a lot of different things. They said it could have been a mild stroke. I don't know, though. I wasn't having pain in my arms like I had read. I read a lot of stuff. No pain in the arms, so I was like, I'm probably all right. I had a pain in my back. And I thought it was my whole upper body seemed like it was like tense, like all. I had to sit here and like lift my shoulders to try to pull it, almost like it was getting squeezed. Let's see, Silverboy Blues, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're having a great night. Get a smartwatch to keep an eye on vitals. Ooh, really? Do they have such a thing? I'll have to ask my son. My son gave me a speaker the other day. I love it. I just turn my Bluetooth on and it starts playing whatever I'm listening to. And like I can be listening to a YouTube video, it'll start playing it on the speaker, and then I can go and play my game on my phone. And so I love that. That's pretty cool. I'm not a tech person. I should be, but I'm not. $1.99 to join as a member. To me, it's easily a $11.99 value. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that, Conrad. Dave doing a $5 super chat. Thanks so much. I will upgrade your membership too, Dave. Let's see. Reluctant. I sent you an email that could help. Awesome. Okay. I'll definitely check that out then. Eat an all beef diet. So here's the thing. I already eat a ton of beef, and I was told that is really hard on your stomach. One of my friends who's a real health nut, he actually told me I need to start eating fish. And I'm like, how about chicken? He's like, fish. And I was like, okay. So I need to start eating more fish, I guess. But I'm looking online about how to cook fish in a crock pot. Because this time of the year, it's summer, and I only really barbecue in crock pot. I know that sounds crazy. Some of y'all know I don't use AC at my house, and I live in South Texas. I think the heat is good. I think the heat naturally thins out your blood, too. Which maybe stresses you a little bit, some people say. I do have a little window unit in one of my rooms that if I need to take a break or go to sleep, I will go in there. What is up, Kat? Hope you're having a great night. What is up, Katana? What is up, Warrior? How's it going? I started to read that, and then I was like, is that said Katana Warrior? I'm not sure. I don't think it is pronounced that way, but it could be. What's up, Paul? How's it going? Hope you're having a great night. Doing good, I'm sure. I'm catching up here. Okay, fish. Exactly. That's what I was told. Eat chili. I don't know about chili. It's beans. I was told to eat a lot more fiber foods, I guess. But here's the problem. I'm also suffering right now from two fronts. I told you guys my diabetes was up to 4. It was actually, I said 481, but it was actually 441. And I actually posted that on Discord. I post a lot of personal stuff on Discord. We have a Discord room, and it's not personal, but we all post a lot of stuff on there. So with that being said, let me jump over here and see how I can set this up real quick. Boom. Now that I'm all caught up, I gotta figure this out. Nope. Boom. bear with me for a minute. I'm just kind of fixing a couple things as we speak. Let's see. Okay. So we're going to start at the top real quick and put Actorman. Actorman wants to get on the wheel, just became a member. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I do appreciate that. I will put you on the bottom of the list for right now, where the newer members usually go, and then I kind of filter them in where they belong on the scale based on how long they've been a member. But I always keep the people that actually paid me through PayPal or some other way. They became a member a different way. I usually put them towards the bottom just so I can kind of keep an eye on them, because I actually have to track them a little bit better. Let's see here. Copy. Boom. Boom. I apologize for the boom boom. That's me talking to myself while I'm doing it. But I actually open it up this way so people can see what I'm doing, and I think y'all can see. Let's see. Can you? Yeah, you can see. And then I can see the comments. So when we get started, let's see. A-C-T-O-R space. So Actorman, I got you on there. Philip Lowe advancing to a super member for today. So for those of you that don't know, Obsessed fans, that's these three up here. Like I said, they pay the $9.99 a month for their membership, but they get 3 entries in the process. Two super fans are $4.99 a month. They get 2 entries for every. Now, I do want to change this up at some point and say everybody's going to get 1 entry. However, depending on your membership level would depend on what you get. So I might upgrade it at sometimes for a gold coin if you are a super fan or an obsessed fan, or a certified coin, or just different things. But to keep it easy, sometimes I just say you get the extra entries and it's the same prize. Someone asked me, why would you do that? Because theoretically, if someone is an obsessed fan, there's only 3 of them. The odds of an obsessed fan winning are 1 in 30. So I'm looking at it from my point of view. Even if I put up a solid gold coin for an obsessed fan, it essentially is not a guarantee that I'll have to give that up. It would, if someone that's not an obsessed fan wins, then they would get the silver coin. So that's something I am working on, kind of ironing out. So Philip Lowe, you are a super fan. At $4.99, you have 2 entries. You just did the super chat for the $4.99. Paste. So that got you extra entry there. And I usually like to talk for a little bit. Now, Dave. Yeah, Dave, you are a member. I'm just looking. I got to find you, though. So Dave will upgrade you. I just got to find where you're at. Oh, there you are right there. I'm guessing that's you. Copy. And yeah, like I said, we do giveaways sometimes, but like I said, they're hidden. It won't be a video like this for the giveaway. Well, it would be, but to get entered, you would have had to already comment on the video in specific where we said it. Okay. So that puts everybody on the wheel that's supposed to be there. I'm kind of going to talk for a little bit, tweak a couple things on the wheel while we are just talking. Let's see here. Boom. A, B, A, B, A, B. And don't hesitate. Put some stuff in the comments so I got something to read as soon as I get back. Although I'm not really gone. I'm just... should be it. If you see the flame, that's because their membership expired. And anybody that has something here, I will be sending them out this week. My goal is Monday to send out all of the membership prizes and get everything out to you guys. Plus, a couple people that aren't on that I've already talked with, and they wanted me to send it to a different person because they were out of the country, and they're like, well, I'm out of the country. I don't want you to have to send it to wherever. So I think that one was AI over in like England or somewhere out that way. Or I probably shouldn't say specifically, but I mean, let's be honest, it's a big country. But I don't think it was England. I think it was Scotland, maybe. I don't remember. But I have to look at the log. Let's see here. Taking a quick look. If anybody would like to become a member, like I said, it's only $1.99 to become a member. It's well worth it. It's a lot of fun. We're about ready to spin the wheel. It will be the last name, too. So you will be able to sit here and watch the names get dropped off. Some people like to say, oh, I made it right down to the last 10 people and then got kicked off. Some people look at it like that. Let's see. It could be anxiety. So I don't know if can anxiety, someone will have to put a comment in. Can anxiety cause a pain in the chest area that almost feels like it's in the upper back, almost like it's right in the spine, in the upper spine? I thought about going to a masseuse, but the masseuses around here aren't exactly that kind of masseuse, at least that I know of. I only say that because I got a buddy that he goes to Chinese masseuse, and they're a different type of masseuse. Let me put it that way. Let's see here. Scrolling through fish. What is up, Kenny? How's it going? Oh, Kenny. Oh, Kenny Warrior. Okay, that's cool. That's easier to say. Mediterranean diet is best for the heart. So I thought about looking into that. Like I said, I have a buddy that he's Middle Eastern, but he is hardcore. I mean, anytime I have something wrong, I mean, one day he put peppermint oil on me, and he's like, oh, yeah, it will make your headache go away. And it did. Yeah, 'cause I had a lot of stomach issues with meat myself, but I lived in Texas. I'd eat steak and shrimp. Yeah, I eat a lot of shrimp. I eat a lot of steak. Anxiety, I've never heard of it being anxiety, but I don't know. What is up, PMG? How's it going? Hope you're having a great night. What's up, the cat? What's up? I'm at work. Nice. And here's the thing. Even if you win and you're not on here, I mean, you still can just see who won. And I even post it the next morning. So, you know, if you're like get called away or something, it's not a big deal. You're still going to get it. Do you have history of high blood pressure? Oh, yes. I take high blood pressure. Oh. So I take high blood pressure medicine. Could that affect a heart attack? I don't really know. I don't really know much about that. I don't play around with my high blood pressure medicine. I take that. I say that because I actually stopped taking it at one point when I wanted to wean myself off medicine. This was like a year or two ago. And I started having dizzy spells where I almost tipped over. And so I got back on it. I kept cutting it. First I cut it in half. Then I cut them in quarters. And then I just stopped taking it. And then all of a sudden I started getting dizzy spells. So I got back on it real quick. But I have one of them blood pressure checkers too in my room. But someone told me that a heart attack, you're not going to see necessarily a change in your blood pressure. But now you got me wondering about that. Because from my understanding, a heart attack is like a blockage in the artery to the heart. Let's see. Obsessed, I was already a super. Does anyone think the gold to silver ratio will hit 120? So, that's a good question because we seen it get up to 125 a while back, like a year and a half ago. And I have actually considered that, but I'll be honest, if I can find someone to give me 100 ounces of silver for 1 ounce of gold, I would be eager to dump some of my gold. But it's hard to find those people. I know I see people on YouTube channels, and I wonder if that's even real. But I wouldn't want buffalo. The one that I seen do it, he got buffaloes. That's the only thing I really don't want. I'll take anything other than buffaloes. But if I had to take the buffaloes, I would probably take the buffaloes over, I think 100-1 is obscene. And I would trade it out in a minute. I think I got 5 eagles that I would trade and take a monster box of silver. They put up more in risk. That's fear. What's your thoughts about July 1st and North America upgrading gold to tier 1? So I thought, no, gold is already a tier 1 asset, to my knowledge. I'm wondering if you ain't talking about the new Basel agreement, however they say it, Basel agreement. I don't know how they pronounce it. I had heard that they want to make some changes to that, but I don't know, and I know I mispronounced that. I apologize. Let's see. Yes, panic attacks can feel like a heart attack. Oh. I'm telling you from someone who has anxiety. So I do have really bad anxiety. I'm actually diagnosed with anxiety. Some people think that I worry about too much. Me? Worry? I'm excited for the day things start collapsing because I know that I'm sitting pretty. I hope I'm sitting pretty. Although my son, I've had this talk with my son, and my son's like, dude, you live a good life now. When things go really crazy, we may not have power. You may not have. I said, I already live without AC, bro. He goes, you don't understand how bad things could possibly get if things got really bad. Ooh, stress and no sleep, bro. Okay, yeah, sleep is an issue for me. I don't sleep. I'm diagnosed with sleep apnea, and I do not really get much sleep, period. I spend a lot of time laying in bed reading. And then hopefully, if you read enough economic stuff, you go to sleep. But I've gone days without sleep. Don't let anybody try to put a Menor compass on you. Compress on you. I'm not even sure what that equipment, what that is. Let's see, what the heck. Me, howdy T, hope you're having a great night. What is up, Matthew? How's it going? Hope you're having a great night. I'm just kind of reading through the comments. I had said how I had chest pains last night, and that's why I didn't do this last night. I wanted to do it last night because there was no humidity. We had a cool front come in, and it was just awesome weather. Does it feel like a band is across your chest? That's exactly what it kind of felt like, and I know that's one of the symptoms of a heart attack. That's what I had heard. It felt like a band was across my chest, like my shoulders were being compressed into me, and I had to literally try to stretch my arms. And then I had read, go lay down and take aspirin, so that's what I did. Everyone is your doctor tonight. Oh, yeah, that's all right. I don't mind. Yeah, Basel 3. Yeah, so I heard they could change something with gold on Basel 3, but I think that's going to be possibly a revaluation of gold. If anybody in the world revalues gold to any number that's higher than spot, you will see crazy things start happening. And if you don't believe that, look what Putin did when when the U.S. basically put major sanctions on them, froze their account. They ended up stating that gold was worth, I think it was like $2,100, and they would buy it. And they started buying up gold as much as they could. People started selling the gold. It strengthened their ruble, and all of a sudden, gold took off. It doesn't matter who does it. It doesn't matter if an entity does it. Someone puts a higher price tag on gold. It essentially puts a floor on the price of gold. And then it's really hard for it to go down under that, because if someone says gold is worth $3,500, even if we just say today, I won't even say 35. If someone says that gold is worth $3,300 and we're going to buy it, it makes it almost impossible for the price of gold to go under 33. Because if the spot price was to go down to 32, then the market would be wiped out. They would buy everything they could at 32 and they would sell it for the 33. And that's part of the reason why I don't think the U.S. has reevaluated gold yet, because once they revalue gold, it essentially is going to make it a little harder for them to get it. And I'm convinced the U.S. is one of the big buyers of gold right now. That's why we're hearing all this pump about Bitcoin and stuff, because they want people focused on other things other than gold. So that's my thought. Music is healing too. Oh, I had religious music playing all day yesterday when I had my chest pains. I don't know if that worked for me. Who knows? But I was listening to it. We are one and the same health-wise, minus the diabetes, but I'm close. Yep. Yeah, this is weird because I usually see you post at 6 a.m. Yeah, I post at 6 a.m. and usually I haven't gone to bed yet. And then I post my night videos. So I post my morning video, my big video at 6 a.m. Then I usually post a 8 or 9 short video. If that short video hits 100 views before 10 o'clock, then I usually post a second short video at about 10 o'clock. And then I usually spend my evening catching up on reading, researching. Come 4 in the morning, I'm usually recording my morning video. Oh, which reminds me, there will not be a video tomorrow morning because of the live stream tonight. So there will not be a video tomorrow morning. I probably should put a short up tomorrow morning saying there will be no video today due to the late night live stream last night. Silver and gold, absolutely. Run, baby, run. I can't wait for the markets to open this week. I'm a little frustrated right now. I've got 2 packages in the wind. One that was sent out on Monday. I'm actually looking at my phone real quick. One got sent out on Monday. One got sent out on Friday. The Friday one just passed up the Monday one. So I'm a little nervous about that. But I have seen before where it almost drops out of the system temporarily. And then all of a sudden, boom, it just pops up wherever. Yeah, it's still saying moving through the system to the next facility, arriving late. Well, no kidding. And then the other one says it's moving through the system too. So I'm a little nervous about that, but not much I can do about it. So except be nervous. Like maybe that's causing my anxiety, because that package I definitely don't want to lose. I don't even want to lose the ability. I want my refund if I don't get my package, but I don't even want the refund. I want what's in there, because it was some good stuff. So we'll see. Let's see. Elephant standing on your chest. It was bad. It was pretty tight. I don't know about an elephant, but it was tight. In my opinion, is gold will continue climbing and silver will continue 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and that's about what I think is going to happen too. I think we'll just continue to see it slowly creep up. You're cracking me up tonight, bro. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you always get a good laugh here. And, I'm one of these people, I always talk. I tell people everything. I don't care. Let's see. I know one of my buddies, I don't know if that would be appropriate to talk about, actually. He was telling me about things that are going to go wrong if I keep letting my diabetes get the best of me. And I said, well, obviously I'm not diabetic because that ain't happening yet. And he's like, sure, would you tell anybody if it was? And I said, probably not, but let's see. Echo, how's it going? Hope you're having a great night, buddy. The cat, you'll set out to make a 30-second video and end up talking for half an hour. Oh yeah, that happens all the time. In fact, that probably will happen unless I didn't think I was going to have a video up this morning because of what had happened last night. Those pains, I was afraid. I ended up going to bed and I ended up waking up again at like 3 in the morning. and then I got up and I shot the video and had it up in time. So that's why we had a video this morning. It was a good video, I thought. I was pretty excited to talk about it because it was a great question. Someone asked me a question in the comments. You know, if gold hits $150,000, then silver and gold, will they crash? Personally, I don't think so. I think the people that are buying gold are going to keep buying gold no matter what. And the industrial demand that silver is used for is going to be this strong, if not stronger. Because right now, you know, with everything going on with the T's back and forth, then I think that industrial demand will only go up. It can't go any lower. Cured tomatoes. I'm not sure what that is. Cat's claw? I'll have to look that up. Because I have been eating some strange stuff for my blood sugar. Cinnamon, turmeric, ginger, all kinds of things that I wouldn't generally eat. TJ, you are in, buddy. You are on there. I'm just giving it a few minutes to see if anybody wants to do a super chat and upgrade their membership. Like I said, for a $2.99 super chat, I can upgrade a regular membership. If you're a super member already and you want to upgrade it, it's only $4.99 super chat to upgrade your membership. And if you're not a member and you want to upgrade, you want to get a membership, it's only $1.99. With 2 prizes tonight, 88 people on the board. 3 of them are already disqualified. Their memberships were let go. And I leave the names on there for 1 month all the time. That way, sometimes people just leave for whatever the reason, the credit card or whatever, however they paid it, it changes. They get a new card, identity theft, whatever nowadays. And so I leave the name up there. However, it's expired, so it'll just fall back to the next person if one of those 3. In some cases, I will leave them on there an extra month if they have been a member for a long time, because I understand stuff happens. Military demand, I bet that's why they are suppressing the price so hard to acquire what they can as long as they can, and then the price will spike. So here's the thing. I think, yeah, military demand for silver is extremely high. They want to get as much as they can. The problem with that is they can't hold it down forever, and honestly, military demand is not going anywhere. It's only going to get more demanding down the road. So we'll see what happens on that note. With that being said, we are at 42 minutes. So we're at 9:30. So I am going to start this wheel up. Anybody watching that's not live, you can hit the little red dot in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, and that will make you live. I am going to start the spinning here. It doesn't look like anybody else wants to join. Special thank you to our new member, Actor Man. I appreciate you becoming a member. Special thank you to Philip and Dave for those super chats. I did upgrade your membership for the day. And with that being said, we're going to get started on the wheel. We got 2 great prizes tonight, as I showed you guys already. We have a T1 and a T2. This is the T2. It is a 2024 American Silver Eagle. Beautiful coin. And then we have a T1, which is a 2012 American Silver Eagle. Both these prizes were donated by Unknown. So super excited about that. I can't thank you enough for the donation. We have had people been sending some stuff to do the giveaways on, so it's pretty cool. Like I said before, it's possible a super member or a obsessed member could win both. It's not likely. We've never seen that happen where both prizes went to the same person. However, one night we did give away 12 ounces of silver to 12 different people, and we did have one person win twice that night. But those are few and far that happens where the same person wins twice. But it can happen. Also, should in the event someone just became a member. Actor Man upgraded his membership. Okay, definitely there. We can do that for you. I see you just became a member, so we're going to upgrade your membership. Let me upgrade you here. So Actorman doing a $5 super chat, upgrading his new membership. Let's see, copy. I'm trying to think if we've ever had. We did have one night. Someone became a member that night, and they actually won on their first go, which was pretty crazy. So it can happen too. A lot of people have that question. So I did just upgrade you to the super member. And that's just for the night, though. It won't say that on your membership, but you'll have double entries for tonight's event. Let me jump back here. Where was I else? There's one more thing I was going to say. Like I said, the last name on the wheel will have first pick. The second to last name will get the other one. All prizes I will be mailing out most likely on Monday morning. I have the envelopes. I have everything all set. If you are the winner, shoot me an email. But even if you don't see it, I'm going to talk about it in tomorrow or the next days. In fact, maybe that will be my tomorrow morning video. A 1-minute video just saying congratulations to so-and-so and so-and-so. You were the winners last night. Because not all the time are members here. I mean, there's a lot of members that aren't on right now at night because they're usually the first ones on in the morning based on where they are in the world. So a special thank you there. Man, just jinxed me. No, I've seen people win the first night. That can happen. I would be shocked if you don't make it to the final 20. So, no jinx there. The only rule I have about jinxing is I try not to say anybody's name when it starts unless they've only had one entry and they're eliminated. Then I will. I really want the Fuji 3D 1 ounce silver rounds. It's so cool, but it's over $120. The Fiji 3D round? I'm going to have to look that up. I've never heard of it. I don't even know what that is. There's a few rounds that my son is looking for, like the Star Wars ones. I'm thinking about getting him a Baby Yoda one, just because he likes the Mandalorian and the Baby Yoda, and it might be a cool. I actually seen one day a 10-ounce Mandalorian bar. It looked like, if you've seen the Mandalorian, you know what I'm talking about. It looked like a 10-ounce bar of Mandalorian steel, but it was actually silver, which is pretty cool. I wished I had bought a bunch of them when I had seen them first, because now they're a little harder to find. I might be picking up a bunch of, someone I know offered to sell me some $2.50 gold Indian coins from like the late 1800s, early 1900s. Super cheap. I shouldn't say super cheap, close to spot. But he said, I'll go close to spot if you're willing to take all 9 of them. I've been contemplating it all day. He said he won't break if I'm only buying 1, though. He's got 9. He wants to sell them all. So, let's see. Oh, I deleted the comment. I just got the Trump mug. Nice. I actually wanted to order a Trump watch. I was watching a clip. I think it was Saturday Night Live. But it was the new Trump sneakers. And the guy goes and he shoots the basketball, and he's like, someone's like, how did you miss that? He goes, I did not miss it. It went in. You didn't see it went in? I do not miss. And it was just kind of comical. This one's just for you. Thanks a lot, Philip. I appreciate that. So the whole thing, he's like, from the directors of White Man Can't Jump and Like Mike comes Trump shoes, something like that, like Trump. It was just a funny. I probably shouldn't be talking about that. That's a hot topic. So I'm telling you, when you bring up certain things that's going on right now, it seems like the videos just all of a sudden just get like you don't hear nothing from them. So with that being said, we're going to get started. Who's ready? If a couple people put in the comments they're ready to get started, I'm going to start the wheel. Like I said, we have 88 people on there. I did just add extra entry for your super chat actor man. So you did get upgraded. You don't have the fancy little logo. It's only an upgrade for the day. But it does give you a little extra, kind of extra chance, I guess you can say. Prizes will go out here Monday, most likely. And that goes for everybody. So even those of you that I had a prize for, I'm going to get those sent out. We gave away a lot of stuff within the last couple weeks. So, okay, a couple people said ready. Good deal. How much for an extra spot? So TJ, in your case, you are a regular member right now. So you can do a $2.99 super chat, and that will get you an extra entry, or you can do a $8.99 or an $8 super chat, and that will get you 2 extra entries, because the memberships are $1.99 for the fan, $4.99 for the super fans, and $9.99 for the obsessed fans. So if you just want to do the $2.99 even, that will get you an extra entry. The most you can get is 3, because that's the highest tier that we go up to right now. And then actually, there's only 3 people that are obsessed fans. So if I decide, which I have been thinking, if we kind of grow that obsessed fan base a little bit, then we might upgrade the prizes. We've done it a couple times to try it out. However, I have yet to do gold, but I was actually talking to my son. He goes, you could do a 1/20th ounce of gold. You're only talking, a $200 coin, and there's only 3 people that would be eligible for it. So we have thought about doing that. Obviously, the more people that become higher level fans, then I'm kind of forced to do something, because I would feel bad if I didn't. So yeah, it's a good deal. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. We've got a bunch of people said ready. Once I start spinning, I cannot add entries. That's it. It's done and over with. Once I start. Okay, TJ hitting the $5, so we're going to up TJ. Copy. Paste. And then we'll put an A in front of it. I don't know. I'm curious, was $2.99 not an option? I mean, I'm thankful for the $5 super chat, but let's see, Gold Bucks. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Gold Bucks. I hate to say that, but then again, I've never held one yet. It's possible once I hold one, I could fall in love with it. I have a bunch of 1 gram. In fact, I got a bunch of 1 gram bars today. 1 gram silver bars. The new Eagle silver stackers are going to be cool. Conrad, that one is pretty cool, but the dragon. So there's a lot of the snakes, because we're in the year of the snake. There's a lot of cool snake rounds coming out right now. I'm actually fixing to order some snake rounds from, I think, Silvertown, maybe. That was pretty cool, I thought. TikTok. 2, 5, and 10. Oh. Okay. If you want me to upgrade, if you want to do another $2 super chat, I didn't realize there wasn't an $8 option. I just thought you could type in whatever. If you want to do another 2, I will up you to an obsessed fan. But like I said, it's an obsessed fan just for the day. But you'll get another entry. Let's see. The Florida seams is pretty cool. So there's some really cool I've noticed lately. I almost bought a bunch of alligators. They were saltwater alligators. I think they came from the Perth Mint. Those were pretty cool. I recently picked up the Super Hunt series, the Big Game series. But then someone traded it, and they wanted it, and they made me a sweet trade that I couldn't turn it down. The premium on them is way too high, but the Florida Gold Bucks just look super cool. I think all the Gold Bucks look super cool, but I don't want to pay no high premiums. Now, I'm confused a little bit on them. Okay, good deal. I'm confused a little bit on them because, and if someone here is into gold backs, let me know. If I wanted a $5 gold back, does it cost me the same amount of money as five $1 gold backs? If that's the case, I don't know why anybody would buy anything other than $1 gold bucks. And I say that because I've seen someone had a little book of 100 of them, and I thought they looked cool. But I was like, I don't want to part with that kind of premium. That is a huge premium. Awesome. Thank you so much, TJ, upgrading your membership today. And good luck on that. Let's see. I'm ready now. Okay. I saw an alligator around. Okay. That said, don't mess with me. Yeah, I seen some crazy stuff. I seen one guy trying to feed an alligator on Facebook, and then the thing bit his hand. And here he is cussing. I was like, dude, what made you think putting food in a wild alligator's mouth is a good idea? Okay, so with that being said, we are 100% up to date, and I am ready to get started. I know a lot of people are too. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to shuffle them up. I may do another shuffle at 50. Once we get to 50, shuffle them up again. So a final look. That way everybody can see their names are on there. We got our obsessed fans, our super fans, our regular fans, a couple people that their memberships burned out, and we even got the new people at the bottom. So awesome. These names will get pushed up. Usually I keep the ones with the dollar symbols towards the very bottom, but these are new people that just joined this month. So with that being said, and if you decide, you can upgrade your membership at any time. And just instead of it charging you the $1.99, but I'll be honest, almost every month I say if anybody wants to upgrade it just for the day. It doesn't change any of your YouTube perks because it counts that as a super chat, but it's the same amount. They take either 50% from your super chats, or they take like 50% from your membership. So either way, it's the same no matter what. So okay, so with that being said, I'm going to shuffle them up and get started. And once I start spinning the wheel, it is too late for anybody to become a member. It seems like someone always becomes a member right after I start spinning. What does that say? $1 times 5 equals 5, or 5 times 2 equals 10. Okay. So here we go. Let's get started. Let's shuffle them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I always get asked, is my name in there? I don't use people's names, or I try not to from here on once I start spinning, because every time somebody's like, oh, say my name, I'm not afraid, I say the name, and then all of a sudden they get deleted. Last week, someone said something, and both of their memberships got deleted back to back, and I said, what are the odds of that? So I don't say my name. I know someone said they wanted me to read the comments, and they're like, say this name, and so on and so on. So here we go. We're all shuffled up. We got them good and mixed up, and we are good to go. So good luck to everybody. And with that being said, let's start canceling the names. It's the last names on the wheel. So the names that pull up right now, these guys are getting deleted, unfortunately. Ooh, right off the bat, I am so sorry. I'm not going to say the name because I know you got 2 entries in there, but I'm sorry because I know you're in the room, or you were. And if you hear my dog lately has been, I don't know, barking in his dreams. It's kind of weird. He'll lay on the floor and asleep. He was just making some kind of noise. Remove just one. I don't know. Maybe I didn't put an A and B by Dave's name. Oh, shoot. I just said that, but I said it after 1. I think you only, I don't know if you had 1 or not. I don't like saying people's names. It was just weird because it said take away 1 or take away all. And I purposely put A and B's in front of people's names if they had more than 1. So now I am able to read your comments right now. So if you have a question, I hope a good mother wins. I don't know how many mothers we have on here. Um, I don't think there's more than 5 mothers, 10 mothers. I think the majority of the members are either husband-wife couples or usually just males. But I could be wrong. Who knows? It definitely would make for a good Mother's Day present. Oh, yeah. I appreciate you saying that. I am a kind-hearted guy. I try to make everybody happy. I've got a couple of my friends that are like, dude, don't try to be nice to him. He just insulted you. Just tell him where to go. I'm like, nah. If it makes his day putting down someone else, let him. Doesn't bother me in the least. A lot of names on here. Or at least it feels like it. Seems like it's running a little slow. I know someone may ask me, why do you keep the ones that are burned out on there for 1 month? I just do that. They may end up coming back, and I think it's kind of funny in a way, just to have them up there. I've never had one win after, but it could happen. You know, people cancel their membership. I had one person cancel their membership and kind of complained about something, and I thought it would kind of be funny if that person ended up winning, but because it would have gotten to the next person anyway. Oh, I am so sorry, Eli. I like Eli. Eli has a, I can say the name now because it got deleted. Eli has a Facebook group, a huge Facebook group, and a lot of people join his Facebook group, the Silver Asylum. And every day they post like some of the best deals on silver. A lot of times spot price deals. Granted, you know, it's limited, you know, like 1 ounce of gold at spot or 5 American Silver Eagles at spot. But he posts stuff every day. So he's got an amazing Facebook group, the Silver Asylum. Definitely check it out. If you guys are on there, you can put a comment, say T-Square sent me. He'll sometimes share the videos, which is a huge help to me. And some people really quiet right now. They don't even want to talk because they're like, nope, I don't want to jinx in anyway. Oh, I'm tired today, though. I'm hoping we get some more cool weather in. I'm not a big fan of the heat. At first, I wanted to go to the Philippines thinking it would be cooler there, but after I was reading some stuff, they're like, it's not cool there. Their summer is just as bad as our summer in Texas. And they're on the water, so they have a lot of humidity too. And then someone said, you ought to look into Argentina for the summer. Go down there. So I've contemplated that a little bit. Someone saying, shh. I gave up on the giveaways a long time ago, so I'm just here for the chatter. Didn't you win one a long time ago? I'm not going to say the name, but I thought you won one early on, one of the early days. I seem to vaguely remember sending you something, I thought. Maybe not, though, but I thought I did. Down to 91. We're dwindling. Let's see. I was watching a woman shoplift, but I just didn't have it in me to make a big deal out of it. Whatever she was able... Hold on. Whatever she was able to fit in her pocket. Couldn't have been much. I have not won anything in 8 to 10 years. Have you been... Well, I haven't had memberships for 8 to 10 years. Memberships, we were just talking about that earlier. We haven't even had memberships for 2 years yet. Come football season, it will have made 2 years. Yeah, I don't think I could snitch out a shoplifter. I did when I was younger, and I felt horrible about it. But I was also working at the store. that the young girl, it was a young girl that was shoplifting. She stole a pregnancy test. And me being 16, 17, ended up seeing it, jumped in the office, started watching her from the camera. And as soon as she was ready to make her break to the door, I stopped her and said, "You, get in the office now." Brought her into the office and then called someone else in. And they ended up taking the item, gave her a scolding, and let her go. And then, who do you think got a scolding next? Yes, I got in trouble next. They're like, "You do not take a young girl for stealing into an office by yourself. We don't know what happened in there. She could have said anything happened, and you would have been the one that got in trouble." And I was like, oh. They're like, "You think we have cameras in the security office?" And I was like, my bad. So I just got a little bit of a scolding. I didn't get in trouble. So that was how that played out. I thought you were saying people were being quiet. That's why I was being quiet. No, some people like to be quiet because they're afraid if they chat too much, their name may get picked. And then they get eliminated. So some people really stay quiet. You don't have to stay quiet. You can chat. I chat. I just try to make it a point to not say a name. However, I did accidentally say one name earlier. And someone might have caught it and someone might not have caught it. As long as the wheel didn't catch it. That's what's important. Uh-oh. I wonder who caught it. Right after I said as long as the wheel didn't catch it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Hope you're having a great night, Silverback. We're down to 78 people. Who's going to be the big winner? I'm thinking somebody caught that based on the LOL that just went up in the chat. Someone might have caught that I slipped up in the beginning and said a name early on, and then I said, as long as the wheel didn't catch it, and the next one was that person. Been cooking all day. Nice. What were you cooking? I love cooking. I love eating. Although I shouldn't be thinking about that right now after we had that long conversation about my chest pains. Oh, Silverback, I don't even think you were here when we had the chest pain conversation. Yeah, I was having really bad chest pains last night. I wanted to do this last night, but it felt like I was just being restricted by like a snake. I was told I need to go to the emergency room, but I couldn't bring myself to going for nothing. Especially because right now I'm also dealing with the diabetes issue now. But I have been making changes this past week. I haven't had a soda in 5 days. No sodas. Only water. No juice. No Gatorades. No mixers. No nothing. But yeah, that chest pains really freaked me out last night. I may go to the doctor come Monday. But I don't know. Some people say it could be a panic attack. I didn't have my arm go numb like some people say. That could happen. I did start taking aspirin. In fact, I even got up this morning. I took an aspirin, and I took an aspirin this evening. And I'm going to take aspirin tomorrow night, and Monday morning. And then I may go see my doctor on Monday morning and tell him I didn't want to go to the emergency room for nonsense. If he wants to send me to somebody to have me checked out, I don't know though. I don't even know if they have people that can check you out for a potential heart attack unless it's the emergency room. I don't know if you can just get an appointment with a cardiologist or something and they can just do whatever. If they're going to say, no, you go to the emergency room, stupid. I just don't like doctors. Unless you're a friend of the channel or a subscriber to the channel. Then I like those doctors. I think there's actually a couple members and one that's a subscriber. Let's see. I don't believe in superstition at all. And it believes in you. That's you. Did your comment just come up before your name? Or did the wheels pick you before the comment or after? Because as he said that, I don't believe in superstition, and then the name comes up. I believe in superstition. I shouldn't. There's a lot of things I don't believe in, but yeah, I only like stacking doctors. Yep. Yeah, I would. If I had one, if I had, if I was friends with a stacking doctor, then I'd be over there every day, complaining about something. I wouldn't. I would definitely put more stock in what he says. Let me put it that way. Yeah, that was your warning, bro. When you said, I don't believe in superstition, and then all of a sudden it comes up. Dude, I think by now that would be like, I wouldn't mention anything else if I was you. I am so sorry, buddy. Don't say anything else. That's why I was like, exactly. I'll agree with that. Stacking doctors. Yeah, if it's a doctor and they stack. So I'll be honest, mine stacks a little bit. But I don't know. He's in La La Land when it comes to stacking. I gave him something. I said, I told, I don't know how to say this without, I don't want to get anybody in trouble. I don't know if they can, well, yeah. So my copays are $25. And I traded him a coin that I bought for $75 for 3 copays, or $75. I didn't make any money. He didn't. Well, he technically kind of did, because that coin is actually a $250 coin. It's a 1987 San Francisco Silver Eagle. However, he tells me, you realize it's only worth $28 or whatever spot price was. I said, whoa. I said, I guess you could say that, but no one's selling silver at spot. And if you find someone that is, you let me know. Same with junk silver, same with all that. So that tells me, yeah, he might think silver's a good deal, but he's not heavily invested in it, I don't think. Not if he thinks you can buy it at spot price. Your doctor buys too many numismatics. No, he doesn't like new. All he believes in is silver. He just wants pure silver. I kind of pressed him for that. I pressed him to take to give me 75 on it, so it would cover 3 copays, because I was trying to deal with a whole nother issue. And it turned out, I don't know if I should say it right now, because we got like 15 people in the room. I don't want it to gross out anybody. I was dealing with a medical issue. I ended up going to see all these different people trying to figure out what was wrong. A friend of mine that's Middle Eastern tells me, here's what I want you to do. I want you every night to eat some olive oil, a spoonful of olive oil, and some romaine lettuce. And I said, and what do you think that's going to do for me? He goes, just do it. And I did it, and the problem went away. And he said, you're eating too much beef, too much red meat every day. And essentially it's causing lack of fiber in your diet, heavy iron. And that's why you're having that problem. Weight is most important. Is that weight as in to be healthy, my weight should be a factor? Or is that weight as in silver? Stack all you can stack. If things got to where you really needed to use this silver, only the weight would matter. Oh, okay. Yeah, absolutely. You're 100% right on that, I believe. We are at 50 people. Remove. I'm going to do a couple of shuffles so people can see different names. And then we're going to start again. And like I said, I like to do them all the time at 50, right around that big number. Big salads also fill you up, so you don't eat so much of everything else. Yeah. I am so sorry. I think that might have been your third out, but I could be wrong. Yeah, big salads. I've heard that. I try to eat salads if I go out to eat, but I was told I need to stop going out to eat and I need to stay away from buffets. Down to 47. I'm out. I'm sorry, Conrad. I thought you were too. Yeah, I can't keep count of who's in and who's not out at this point. We've only got 45 names. Once we get to 20 and you can see them all on the board right here, then you kind of find out too. But if I see you on here, I will casually let you know you're still in. Sometimes I'll see it as it's rolling by slow. Come on. Everything has so much sodium. Yeah. So sodium I don't think is a problem yet for me. It wasn't something I was told to watch out for, although I guess it kind of is since I got high blood pressure. But I don't really understand how everything works and works against each other and stuff. At least I can just listen now and have no idea to keep an eye on the wheel as closely. Yeah, it does take some stress off. $40 names. Well, I guess you know you're still on there. If you're watching the wheel, someone had asked earlier, am I still on there? Now we know. 39 people. $38. And with 2 prizes, you just got to keep hanging in there. I'm so sorry. That was actually the donator of tonight's prizes. It'd be crazy if the donator won. I'm going to start saying names. People ain't going to like you. Someone tried getting me to say someone's name one night. They were like, is so-and-so on here more than me or something. I don't remember what it was, but I didn't read it. I caught what was happening. Would be crazy if the same person or one of the people that I have the package here for won again. That'd be pretty crazy. That has happened. Down to 33 people. I am so sorry. Because I know you just asked a few minutes ago if you were still on the wheel. Yeah, it's stressful watching. Oh, I am so sorry. I don't know if he was in the room tonight. That was one. I was actually thinking of him earlier in the wheel when I had said something. I had thought of that name. That name that it almost hit. Randy, I'm so sorry. I was kind of curious. I actually know someone by this name right here. I was wondering if that was her. It doesn't sound like a girl's name, but I actually do know a girl that has this exact name. But she's up in New England, so it could be. Who knows? In fact, her dad has the same name. Actually, no, I think it's spelled. I think it's said a little different now that I look at it. Let's see what it said. Fast food is worse for you than people realize. Hours at McDonald's, you throw so much salt on everything. I'd make tea and it takes 1 pound of sugar per gallon. Oh my gosh. Wow, that is insane. That's a good question. Then I don't know. I never thought of that. Now you got me wondering that. I think that entry only had one, so I can say the name. Yeah, Randy, I've always thought that was just a guy's name. When I first heard it, I was like, what? And there we are. 24 people with 2 prizes. Anybody that's on the wheel, you have a... Sorry, I was using speech to text. I meant I worked at... Oh, okay. So essentially right now, if you're still on the wheel, you have a 1 in 12 chance of winning. So sorry. And there it is. You can see every name on the wheel now. So sorry. I actually was looking at that too because I have a package that I got to send for you. Oh, yeah, I don't know how her name is. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was spelt a little different. That's what I was trying to think of. Now I really want to know too. Was that your last one? I see you said Fook. 16 entries left. We've got 1 in 8 chance if your name is still on the board. Yeah, I think it was your last entry. However, oh, before I say it, I am so sorry, Chris. I had a package for you too. I was watching that name too because I was like, oh, hey, I'd be able to send them together. Oh, I am so sorry. Yeah, this is where it starts getting painful if you've been on this long and then you get bumped. What is up, Colorado Silver? How's it going? Hope you're having a great night. I was like, I hope you just didn't say that. And I was reading that real quick. My name is Luke on the wheel. Yeah, I was like, I hope you didn't say that and your name was still up there because someone was joking today because I said as soon as someone says something about the wheel, they usually get popped off. And then someone said, I don't believe in superstition. And there goes one name. And then he said, well, I only lost one. I don't remember what else he said. But then there goes the second one. I was like, shoot, dude. We're down to 11. So people on the wheel have basically 1 in 5.5 chance of winning. Oh, I am so sorry, New Marshall. I had a package for you, too. That's why I was like, I would have saved a little bit shipping that one. 1 in 5 now. We're down to 10 people. 2 prizes left. So sorry, Mike. This is where it really gets painful. When you've been watching it and you're watching the wheel and you're like, man, there's only 9 people left. Oh, so sorry, Blade. I actually know Blade personally. Darn. I wouldn't have had to even ship that one. So sorry, Coolin' Mo. If I pronounced that right. 7. 2 prizes left. 7 names on the board. Oh, I am so sorry. I'm about ready to mail you something next week, too. Or to your son. I'm watching. Down to 6 names left on the wheel. I'm curious if any of these 6 people are even here. So sorry, Joshua. 5 names. 5 names. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Larry. And I think Larry is not super far from me. I say that I was visiting someone in a town and I shot a short clip, and I'm pretty confident that it was Larry that emailed me and said, "Dude, you shot that like right down the street from me." So I was like, I would have, in my mind, I was like, well, that one I wouldn't have had to ship either. It's just crazy that all of them were right there towards the end. All the people that I went to had shipped to. So sorry, Larry. So we got 4 names left. 2 of them are going to be winners. So let's cancel out one more. I don't think any of them are in the room right now watching. And if they are, they're probably not going to say anything at all. JC Stacking. I am so sorry, buddy. And then we're down to 3. I am so sorry, Guardian. And now we're down to 2. And as I'm looking at them too... Oh, what a coincidence. One of them I did have a package for. I've got a bunch of packages here that are fixing to go out. So we've got 2 people. The next one to be eliminated is going to get the leftover prize. And the last name on the wheel will get the pick on if they want the T1 or the T2. So here we go. Spinning that wheel. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Whenever we get down to 2, I always get nervous. I'm like, ooh. What just came up on my phone? Someone watching? Unknown. You are the 2nd place winner. Congratulations. And that would mean the official winner is Scott McNeil. Congratulations, Scott McNeil, with 1 entry. Let's see. Let me write that down real quick just so I can jot it on here that way I don't have to come all the way back. So we've got Scott McNeil. And that's cool because like I said, I had a package for you too. So, but you are the top winner. So Scott McNeil, you have to tell me if you want a T1 or a T2. I lost again. I have the longest standing record of losing. I don't know. Someone claims they've been losing for 8 years. I was teasing earlier. I said, I haven't had memberships for even 2 yet. But like I said earlier, at $2 a month, all you got to do is just win 1 time and you're already back up there. And so those are our... Man, that marker smells crazy. That's one of those paint markers. Okay. So congratulations to the 2 winners. Scott cheated. I couldn't believe how many people sitting here. When we were at 20 names, I was like, I think I got packages for like all 6 of them that were on there of the 20. And so I was like, it'd be crazy if both of them ended up making it. Let's see. Dick laughing, yeah. That actually didn't sound right, but let's see here. Reading through the comments real quick. So congratulations, Scott. You are the winner. People are looking if there was a cheat. No cheat. Scott McNeil, you're the winner. I got to give you your fireworks. Choo. What? Actually, there ain't no fireworks. Usually I thought there was fireworks, but I guess not. We have a winner. Let's minimize this one. So I do need to know, Scott, which one you want. What do I have here for you? I'm curious. Oh, it was a Morgan, a silver quarter, a silver dime, and now a silver eagle. So that's pretty crazy because originally Scott had the last month, basically, I hate to say the loser's prize because it sounds so bad, but it was the last pick. And he had said, I kind of wanted the Eagle, but the Eagle was obviously the first pick. It's always going to be a first pick. Don't worry about it. It's my legal name. Yeah, I just didn't want someone else, like the algorithm, to hear me say it like that. And think something like how I just said that, because that's not how I would talk. But I was reading it. Let's see. Don't be surprised if we do have another one next week. If we should happen to have another event next week, I will keep all the names set up the same. So anybody that was an Obsessed fan for this event will be an Obsessed fan next week. Because some people did do super chats to essentially get the extra entry. Y'all have a good night. Thank you so much, Kat. And like I said, we may do something again next week. Who knows? I just figured I would mention the possibility. There will not be a video tomorrow morning, just so you know. And we will see how this plays out, what happened, how the weeks plays out. So no video tomorrow morning. I may do a quick 1 minute just to show who won. That's it. But I may not do that. We'll see. But I will be back on again Monday morning because I'm excited to see how things are going to play out Monday morning. I'll probably still put up a couple short videos too tomorrow night and maybe the next night. But by the time this live stream loads, it usually takes like 5 hours to fully load these long ones. So, Actor Man, thank you so much. I hope you have a great evening. Like I said, if I do another event next week, I will keep your extra entries on there because you had extra entries, I believe. So you will still have them. I'm pretty confident you did. Yeah, you did. So that way you'll have the extra entries. Let's see. John Wilcuss. Hope you're having a great night. With that being said, I'm going to wrap up here. Not going to be a long one. Not really much to talk about because it's Saturday night. Not much going on. Gold and silver, I'm hoping we're going to have a pumped week next week, but we'll see how that plays out. I got to figure out if I'm going to even eat dinner. I'm kind of getting scared now with the chest pain thing, so we'll see. I may skip dinner tonight and just eat like a spoonful of something. With that being said, I hope everybody has a great night, and thank you for watching, commenting. Thank you all for all the super chats. Steve, you have a great night. John Wilcuss, you have a great night. Actor Man, you have a great night. Dick Goldsmith, you have a great night. The Cat, you have a great night. Conrad, you have a great night. Steve Newberry, you have a great night, buddy. Colorado Silver, you have a great night. TJ TikTok, you have a great night. Let's see. Philip Lowe, you have a great night, buddy. I think that's it. That's showing up. Silverback Stacker, you have a great night. I'm showing we got 15 people on. I'm not seeing that many comments. Kristen, Virginia, you have a great night. Eat a salad. You know, what do I have here for salad? All I got is cucumber and tomato. So I may have cucumber and tomato. May go do a little bit of washing dishes and some clothes, so we'll see what happens on that note. And with that being said, gonna wrap up here. Y'all have a great night. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Not a super long video tonight, only an hour and a half. We didn't have a ton of names though. That makes a big difference. So thank you and have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.